This is Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Chris Eubank Jr. ahead of his return to the ring on Saturday night in Newcastle. I guess the first question is, can you try and sum up for us how the last couple of weeks have been? Slated to fight Sven Elbir, that fell through. Then Anatoly Muratov, that fell through at very late notice. And then you were moved a couple of weeks back. How's it been for you?
Yeah, it's been a strange couple of weeks. Never happened to me before where I've had two opponents pull out for one fight. But boxing, this is something you gotta learn to deal with. Boxing throws a lot of things at you, and you have to go with it. And we've made the best of a bad situation in the fact that I've been able to get back out 2 weeks later. I was in the gym the next day, stayed on weight, stayed in shape, and ready to go for Saturday night.
And what do you make of the new opponent that's going to be facing you, Wanik Awdijan? I've looked at his record. I can't find lots of him to watch on YouTube. What do you make of him?
So the guy's 28-1, so he knows what he's doing. It's a good fight for a 2-week turnaround. You know what I mean? He seems up for it. Press conference, face, he's looking to go in there and cause an upset. I can see that. I can hear that in his tone of voice. So I got to be on my P's and Q's, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take him apart.
When we saw you last against Marcus Morrison, you seem to be just developing extra nuances to your style, elements perhaps of Roy Jones's tutelage. What more of that will we see this time around? What should we be looking out for?
I'm not going to say anything specific. I've been studying, I've been learning, I've been practicing so many different things over the last year and a half with Roy. It just depends on the opponent as to what parts of my training will be brought out on the night. I don't know enough about this guy to know what I'm going to have to do, or what I'm going to be showing off most. But it's just one of those things. Tune in, you'll find out.
Good stuff. Now, talking of Roy, he's on the ballot for the International Boxing Hall of Fame. The shortlisted names have been going around social media recently. We all know how great he is, but you get to work with him firsthand now after watching him from afar previously. Just for us, run down his kind of Hall of Fame credentials. What makes him so special?
I can't name another fighter that I've ever seen fight like him. The speed, the combination punching, the knockout power, all of it rolled into one. I've never seen anything like it. That makes him a Hall of Famer, because there are so many fighters out there that kind of, have similar styles to other guys. And, a lot of guys, they copy other people. And, Roy Jones is a guy that you can't even try and copy. So you just can't. There'll only ever be one. He beat a prime James Toney with ease. Who did that? Who did anything close to that? Nobody. And not only is he, one of the best fighters of all time, but in my opinion, he's one of the best trainers of all time. I've been around many trainers. I've gone to gyms all around the world, and I've heard trainers, I've seen trainers, I've watched trainers. None of them have ever come close to doing or teaching anything that Roy teaches. A very well-deserved position, putting him in the Hall of Fame, that's for sure.
Now, I spoke to Adam Smith a little while ago, and he said that he had a lunch recently with Todd the Birth of Top Rank, and your name was high up on the agenda in terms of future fights. Big target of yours for a while now has been Gennady Golovkin. It looks like he's going to be fighting Murata next. What do you make of that fight, and how eager are you to face the winner?
What do I make of it? You know, it's a shame, really, because I don't think Murata is going to be able to handle Golovkin. I think he's going to lose the belt, which is a belt that really I've been number one contender for a while now, and I haven't had an opportunity to fight for. So that is, it's frustrating. At the same time, I am looking to fight Golovkin, so hopefully, if he gets the belt, then I guess I'm number one for. It's going to make it easier for me to fight him. So in that sense, it's actually a good thing. I don't think Murata is going to be very effective against him. And hopefully, once that fight's done, it puts me in prime intention to challenge him for those belts.
What are the kind of necessary qualities a fighter needs to have to stand a good chance against Golovkin? What are the key things they must have?
You got to have a chin. You got to be able to move, and you have to be able to throw your hands. You can't be gun shy. If you can't stamp your authority, if you can't earn the guy's respect, he's gonna hurt you. That's the only way to beat a man like him. You have to hurt him early so that he doesn't feel comfortable enough to load up on the shots and just come forward and hunt you down like he does with so many of these guys. You got to keep him on his toes.
Now, another person I spoke to recently was Liam Williams, who you have mentioned as a possible fight at some point. He said he was offered the fight with you a couple of weeks ago, accepted it, but then it's gone quiet. He hasn't heard anything since. Can you give us your kind of side of that?
I don't have a side. I don't know what my promoter and Sky Sports have been doing behind the scenes. I've just been focusing on the fight in front of me and my training camp. I'm not overlooking anybody. I'm not focusing on what's going on in December until this fight's done. So they have their plan. They have their their course that they're going through, and the fight will happen. The right fight will happen at the right time. But it will be a big fight in December. It'll be a fight that the fans want to see. If it's Liam Williams, then great, because there is a lot of there's bad blood there. I don't like the guy, and I don't say that about a lot of people, but he talks a lot of shit, too much, and he needs to be taken down a peg or two. So I wouldn't mind getting in the ring and shutting him up.
Billy Joe Saunders, Liam Williams. Who do you dislike more?
Listen, no one comes close to the low levels that Billy Joe Saunders has reached. But both two extremely unlikable characters that will be dealt with accordingly in due time.
Glad to hear it. Just one last one before I let you go, a bit of a left field one because it's not directly connected to you. A lot of people, particularly on social media, have been talking this week about DAZN, and they're exploring their options regarding pay-per-view. They put out a survey to subscribers about how they would react to pay-per-view being introduced. DAZN obviously came on the scene talking about the end of pay-per-view, how they were the alternative. What do you make of all that?
Well, I guess they've realized that, if you're looking to make money, that's hard. That's a hard way. That's a hard thing to do without having a pay-per-view platform. I have no idea how big DAZN is in terms of their the subscriber pool, but I don't know. It doesn't sound too good if they're asking the subscribers who have signed up to not have to pay pay-per-view if they wouldn't mind paying pay-per-view. That's great. But listen, the fact that they've left Sky Sports, that has given me an awesome opportunity to, you know, grab the bull by the horns and put these big fights on Sky and have them fully behind me. So yeah, thank you, Eddie Hearn. I appreciate your move.
Good stuff. Chris, really appreciate your time, and very best of luck for Saturday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it.